Surviving a plane crash 101. A clear, level headed guide to staying aware and prepared during rare in flight emergencies. In this episode, we'll break down the safety habits, expert insights, and calm decision making that help you feel more confident every time you fly. No panic, just practical knowledge for smarter, safer travel. Welcome to the Stuff You Should Think About podcast, where I answer everyday questions about phenomena and objects. Hey, I'm G. How's it going? Today, I want to keep this really practical, no drama. No movie scene energy. None of that stuff. Just the stuff that matters if a flight ever turns into a situation, and, most flights don't. That's important. But if something does go wrong, the people who do a little bit of prep early have a much better shot at moving fast, not freezing up, and actually surviving the plane crash, which should be the ultimate goal. So, the first thing is the safety card. I know a lot of people treat that thing like it's just airline wallpaper, but please don't do that. Give it an actual look. Not a fake one while you're thinking about snacks. A real look. Different aircraft can have different layouts, different exit locations, and different instructions, even if you fly all the time. Listen to the briefing and check the card anyway, because familiarity can make people sloppy. I just don't think that's the moment to assume you know everything. Count rows from your seat to the nearest exit, and count to the exit behind you. That's a big one. Sometimes the closest usable exit is not the one in front of you. If the cabin is dark, full of smoke, and visibility is bad, counting rows gives you something to hold on to. Like how many rows forward, how many rows back, whatever. Your brain is giving you a job before it gets overloaded in a bad situation. Keep your shoes on during taxi, takeoff, and landing. It's not about looking good put together. It's about moving quickly, in a situation where a floor could be hot, sharp, slick, or covered in debris. Secure loose items, too. If your stuff is all over the place, it becomes clutter. And clutter slows people down. Keep your bag under the seat in front of you where it belongs, not somewhere weird with straps and things sticking out. And make sure your seatbelt is easy to find with your hands. That's such a simple thing, but simple is good. Keep it fastened low and tight when you're seated, and stay aware of where the buckle is. If something happens, you don't want to be fumbling around, half twisted, trying to figure out what you're touching. Mostly, what you're doing before anything goes wrong is staying mentally present. Just present. Notice your surroundings. Notice where exits are, where the crew is, where your feet are, where your belt is, all that kind of stuff. You're not being paranoid. You're just not sleepwalking through the safest part of your own preparation. If there's an emergency and crew members start giving commands, this is where clear, immediate action matters. Not debate. Not looking around to see what other people are doing. Listen and move. If you're told to brace, brace. Protect your head the way the crew instructs, and stay as low and still as possible until the aircraft fully stops. That part can feel obvious when you're calm, but in a real moment, people do odd things. They lift their heads too early. They try to stand before the motion stops. They reach for stuff. And, your job there is really basic. Stay in the brace position if told to protect yourself, and wait until the aircraft is no longer moving before you start trying to get out. Once an evacuation starts, Leave everything behind. Everything. Your phone, your roller bag, that extra jacket you swear you need it. All of it. Grabbing luggage slows the whole cabin, blocks the aisle, and can injure other people during the exit. This is one of those things where I don't even think it needs a fancy explanation. Your property is not worth turning a fast evacuation into a traffic jam. Keep your hands free. That's another reason not to carry things. You may need your arms for balance, for protecting yourself, for moving quickly, for using an exit path, for helping yourself stay upright. Free hands matter. And go to the nearest usable exit, not just the exit you noticed first. Cruise member may redirect you. An exit could be blocked or unsafe, so follow commands immediately. If they tell you to go left, go left. If they say come this way, do that. You're working with information you may not have in the moment. One thing I keep coming back to is evacuation discipline. That sounds kind of stiff, but it's true, fast, simple. Cooperative movement helps everybody. Don't stop in the aisle. Don't hunt for belongings. Don't argue. Don't try to be creative. This is really one of those times when the best move is the plain move. Listen, move, and keep it going. If you're still thinking, well, would I really remember all that? Maybe, maybe not. That's why the prep from earlier matters so much. It reduces the number of decisions you have to make when your brain is under stress. Where's the exit? Already counted. What do I grab? Nothing. Who do I follow? The crew. Sometimes survival basics are just removing hesitation before hesitation has a chance to show up. Now, if smoke or fire is involved, the priorities get even simpler and more urgent. Get out fast, not reckless, not pushing people over, but fast. Smoke can reduce visibility and make it harder to breathe very quickly. So if you're moving through smoke, stay low where the air is clearer. Low and moving. That's the whole idea. I think sometimes people imagine they're going to pause and assess and make some perfect decision tree, and maybe not. In smoke and fire, time matters. If evacuation is underway, get to the nearest usable exit, get out, and keep moving away from the aircraft once you're outside. And this part is important too. Don't stop right next to the aircraft. Move away to a safe distance. Fuel, debris, and other hazards can spread quickly. There can be secondary dangers that are not obvious in the first few seconds. Once you're out, create space. Put distance between yourself and the aircraft. And don't drift back towards it because you're confused or looking for belongings or trying to get a better view. I just don't think people realize how fast a bad scene can change. After you've reached a safer distance, check yourself for injuries. Then, if you're able, check on others near you. Keep it basic. Are you bleeding? Are you having trouble breathing? Can you stand? Can the person next to you respond? You're not trying to run the whole incident. You're just doing immediate, simple checks while waiting for emergency responders. And wait for the responders. Follow their directions the same way you were supposed to follow the crew. They need space to work, and they need people gathered away from the aircraft, not wandering around in every direction. If you're traveling with someone, this is also why having a rough plan helps. Not a giant speech, just a simple understanding like, if we get separated, get out first, then regroup at a safe distance. That kind of thing can cut down on confusion. So, really, the whole episode comes down to a few grounded habits. Pay attention before anything happens. Brace and protect yourself if instructed. Leave your stuff behind. Follow crew commands fast. Stay low and smoke. Move away once outside. Then stop. Breathe. Check for injuries. And wait for help. That's it. Not glamorous, but useful. And useful is what I want this show to be. We'll do more of these practical breakdowns soon. And that is stuff you should think about.